Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Martin Cliffe here again with studio update for day 6. Although admittedly day 5 wasn't much of a studio update because I didn't do anything in terms of actual recording yesterday, although I did plenty of production. It's actually before noon just. It's 5 to 12 at the moment. And I've come in here again just to do a bit more sort of preparation for my recording sessions later on. It is, let's say it's a Thursday, Good Friday tomorrow, so I should have a bit more peace and quiet then, because I'm hoping the building site will actually stop for Easter. It is a public holiday in Hong Kong, so fingers crossed for that. My parents arrive on Saturday evening, so I kind of need to have the bulk of what I'm recording in this session finished by then. But as I say, I should have the drums finished today. I wrote a little thing. I mentioned it yesterday in my update. It's a kind of acoustic, kind of strummy thing, and it's got almost a kind of Celtic kind of vibe to it. And again, I did this using my Ditto looper and just essentially strumming my acoustic guitar. But it's got a cool vibe. So I'm going to play that for you now, just so you can hear that. And I sort of sat down and came up with some cool drum parts. I can't play them at the same time, otherwise you won't be able to hear the part. But yeah, I'm now going to work out in terms of what the tempo is and all that kind of stuff. So it sounds a bit like this. So hopefully that gives you sort of some idea of it. Just turn the input level back up on this so you can hear me properly. And I'm kind of, certainly for the B section, the dum 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 dum. I kind of had an idea to do not really a tribal pattern on the drums, but at least something a bit different than a standard kind of rock or blues or country groove to it. Obviously it's in 6/8, so it has a different kind of feel anyway, more of a lilting vibe to it. So looking forward to working on that. It's interesting, I was reading this month's Premier Guitar that came out, or Premier Guitar if you're American and can't pronounce Premier. I was reading an article in that where someone was saying, I've read a couple of interesting articles recently, but that one, that the days of 13 and 14 song albums are dead, and it's a case of putting together your 9 or 10 best songs. So maybe I'll do that. I'm kind of a little bit torn. Obviously I'm going to finish all the songs that I'm working on. I don't want to end up with an album that's half an hour long. I also don't want to end up with an album that's an hour long, and I don't want to end up with an album that's got any filler tracks on. So I'm trying to keep things snappy, generally just trying to make this the best possible recording, both in terms of sound quality, which I'm certainly getting with the drums. These Shure Beta mics are sounding really good, as they should be, because there's a lot of money invested in them. When you think that, well, including the room mics, I dread to think, I got £3,000 worth of microphones in here, so 35,000 Hong Kong, I don't know, a lot of money, and that's just the mics. So yeah, hopefully I'm getting a decent sound, and it's certainly what I've listened back to so far is sounding pretty dash darn good. So I'm really pleased with that. So yeah, working on this, working on Can You Hear Me, working on, what was the other track I still had to do? Quick look at my map to tell me. Okay, I did Airbag 17. Don't know that I did. It's like I haven't done Reflections yet, so that's one that I still need to work on. And Remembering. So I've got, the basically the 4 instrumentals left. I think I've done all the songs now. Yeah. So exactly how this will pan out, don't know, but we'll see. Watch this space. In the meantime, I'm gonna get back onto the computer and just put these last 2 songs that I haven't done the kind of framework for yet. So it's just this new one, which I don't have a name for yet, so I'll just give it a working title. And Can You Hear Me? I need to put all the markers in place for that, although I may have already done that, I don't know. I certainly have a file called that on the computer, and then we'll take it from there. I'm sort of starting to strip stuff back in terms of the amount of equipment I've got in here. I may do that further, just ready for the fact that I will be finishing the drums today. I am absolutely determined to do that. Even I'm coming in at 6 rather than kind of 7:15 as it has been the last few days. Definitely coming in at 6 o'clock tonight to make a start. I'm just going to have to eat differently. I'll probably have a big lunch and then not have much in the way of dinner at all. Drums will be finished today. Drums will be packed away tomorrow morning or tomorrow during the day. I'll set up for guitar recording and then start tracking guitars tomorrow afternoon. The advantage of recording guitars is for a lot of the rhythm stuff, although not so much the lead, because that will mostly be close mic'd. I can kind of, if there's a bit of background noise going on, it's not the end of the world, though I'll still probably end up working most of the time when there's not noise going on. But yeah, making good progress. Thank you for watching. There'll be an update. This video will carry on in a few seconds for you, but in a few hours for me with where I'm at towards the end of the evening. Take care. Okay, so I said it would be 6 o'clock when I'm back. It's actually now just gone 1:45, so well on track. Feeling quite energised for recording these last few parts. I had more of a play around with my sort of Celtic thing that I kind of gave the working title Celtic Knot because I thought it was kind of cool. But I'm not feeling that it's quite developed enough yet. The kind of B section of it I was struggling to come up with a melody to go over the top of. So I'm not going to worry too much. I'm not going to worry at all about that for now. I'm not going to try and record that. So I'm just going to do the 3 instrumental tracks that I've still got left to do. Slept half the afternoon. Kind of chilled out watching the Grand Prix from the weekend for the other half of the afternoon. Generally sort of fired up and ready to go. I have my trusty kind of CC lemon to keep me going if my energy levels drop. You probably don't know what this is unless you live in Hong Kong or maybe Japan, because they're the only places I've seen it. But it's basically a sugary lemon drink with extra vitamin C. But it's good. Okay, see you in the flip side. Okay, so I may have reached a potential snag at this point where I'm actually running out of disk space on my laptop. So I'm just having to kind of do a bit of housekeeping, trying to free up some space before I do my last recording. I've just done Can You Hear Me? And I've done Remembering. I did that in one take. I was really, really chuffed with my playing on that. Listening back sounds what I want it to do. So that's all good. But as I say, just running out of space. I'm down to like 4 gig left on my drive, and a song typically is about a couple of gig. I've only got one song to do, but yeah, pretty pleased. You may notice that I've removed a couple of cymbals. I've removed my splashes from this side, and the splash and the stack from the middle. Purely because I didn't need them for these songs, and so I decided to clear them out of the way. So there we go. See you later. Okay guys, so exactly 7 o'clock on Thursday the 24th of March, I am officially done with tracking drums. So now, just finishing backing stuff up. I managed to free up about 4 gig of extra space on the drive so I could finish my recording. I'm going to pack away some mics and cables and stuff like that now. Put the kit away, ready to kind of move in the morning. And then, let me just start copying. And then set up for guitar recording. I can't do any guitar recording at the moment because what I need to do now is take my one of my Fire Studios back home, take the backups of all the files home, mix down the drums to a rough stereo mix so that then when I come to obviously pick the takes I like as well, then when I come to record the guitars I don't have to deal with having so much disk space taking up by drums, because I'm limited. I've only got, I think it's 100 gigabyte drive assigned to Windows on this Mac. It may even only be 80. I don't know, it's pretty small. But this way, the entire project I've done so far is fitting on my 32 gig memory card. So it's not like I'm taking up hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes of space with my recording. It's just that it's not a very big drive because it's a solid state drive in a MacBook. MacBook Pro 2014 version, I think it is. So it's the i5. It's a decent machine. It's a very nice machine, in fact, for one that was provided by work. But it's the disc isn't huge. So, but what can you do? As I say, it was provided by work. I'm managing to do backups. Just need to go away and mix down roughly, just so it sounds like a drum kit, so that it can then put me in the right sort of frame of mind for recording guitar tomorrow. It also means I've reached the end of use for this time of my Vic Firth studio isolation headphones. All the rest of the tracking now will be done with my Shure SRH 440s, I think they are. They're my favourite headphones that I have. So yeah, gonna be working with them from now on. But yeah, I don't think there'll be anything more on this update. So again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Particularly thank you to Trevor and Mickey for commenting and being positive about my recording so far. And yeah, check me out on Facebook, facebook.com/MartinCliff26, where you're getting all these updates. You're also going to get some other stuff. I've been a bit quiet this week because I've been in the studio, but generally just posting videos that I see on YouTube that I like, inspirational words of wisdom, all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to bombard you post. I post I would less than once a day on average, probably 3 or 4 posts a week of mixed content. So I'd really appreciate it if you do sort of sign up on there. It's not just the videos that I post on YouTube, so if you're only checking me out on YouTube, you're missing out. If you want to follow me on Instagram, which is mostly pictures of food, and Twitter, which is mostly me ranting about Hong Kong's stupidity in terms of the weather is being horrendous, or the traffic, or whatever it is, there you feel free to do so. That's both at Martin Cliffe, all one word, with an E on the end. I don't know whether anyone's got it without an E, but I don't want to have any confusion. Yeah, but very pleased. I'm really pleased with how my new drums and my new microphones and everything have performed. Good progress has been made. And a happy Easter. See you tomorrow.